This is the SANAT Kumara. Welcome everyone. I'm delighted that you listen to me again. I'm an advanced Deva being from Venus who serves as the Chief Operating Officer of planet Earth. I was asked to take on this responsibility by the great being Songkrit, who lends his soul to Earth. It is my duty to implement the Creator's plans for the evolution of consciousness of this planet on behalf of Songkrit. If you're not a first-time listener, you know that by now, don't you? What else do you know about me? Well, that very much depends on your curiosity, as well as on which stories you have heard or read about me, told by whom, when, and in which cultural context. Many are stories of old by now, which need to be clarified, expanded on, and updated. Humans do like a good story, don't they? In fact, everyone in the universe likes a good story. Stories is how we convey meaning, teachings, and messages. It is how faith is built into something beyond your obvious comprehension, and how communities are built. People find meaning and security in stories. Every group, every belief is based on stories. Just think about how many stories there are about creation amongst the cultures living and having lived on Earth. I know way more than 1,000 stories of creation alone. Even your family has its own unique stories, and based on these created its identity. Settlements, cities, nations, associations, and religions build their unity on stories as well. If you study stories of any particular group or belief, you will find that its wisdom is evolving and expanding, or stagnating and dying at some point. As long as it is evolving and expanding, it partakes in the rhythm of the universe, of God's creation ever evolving, ever expanding. As soon as wisdom and the stories around it stagnate, the group or belief that builds upon it's on its way to become obsolete. It starts to disintegrate and eventually vanishes. Well, evolving and expanding is also true when it comes to my role and how it is described in human history on planet Earth. In stories of old, I was a male being with 1,000 different names, the Ancient of Days, for example, wrapped in mystical stories, pictures, and places of Shambhala. I already told you that Shambhala is a word for control center, and that every planet has its Shambhala, its control center. The solar system has its Shambhala, each galaxy has its Shambhala, and so forth. When people talk about me and think about me, love and light come to mind. That holds true. I am light and love, and my home planet is Venus. My name is not SANAT Kumara. My title is the SANAT Kumara. My name does not matter. What matters is the role and responsibility I accepted to fulfill. I am pure love in all its forms and variations. Fatherly love, motherly love, brotherly love, sisterly love, unconditional love, but also tough love. Love that is given in clear, blunt messages to wake people up and set them on their path to confident self-realization during this lifetime on earth. In the stories of old, I'm described as forming a union, a cosmic couple with Venus to bring the new age and the new earth forward. True is, I'm forming unions of unconditional love with many, to bring forth self-confident development towards realizing God's plan for Earth. I am androgynous, both male and female at the same time. In the stories of old, you will also hear and read who is a member of the Shambhala Council and which master teacher, or ascended master as they were once called, is in charge of which of the 7 rays. For example, Buddha was a master teacher taking responsibility for the yellow gold 2nd ray. Well, that was true once, but it is not anymore. Buddha has evolved and left Earth. Only once a year, at the Vesak festival to be precise, he returns to bring fresh energies to Earth. Another example is Saint-Germain, who was formerly in charge of the 7th ray. He too has taken a new responsibility. The 7th ray is now guided by master teacher Lord Tabor. I once was a far-away being in the misty mystery of Shambhala. At that time, we were not ready to do what we do now, execute the shift from the 3rd through the 5th dimension. Now I'm reachable by everyone who resonates with my energies. If you are ready, you can get a good idea of what Shambhala looks like if you read Volume 1 of the Chronicles of SANAT Kumara. I am ready. I even walk amongst you in the dense physical of planet Earth as of February 2022. My walk-in Dr. Martina Violetta Jung, whose soul has moved aside so that I could take over, makes this possible. It was an option we agreed upon prior to her incarnation, and due to her development, the way in which she made use of her free will, I was able to bring that option into reality. I'm also approaching you with modern forms of mass communication, such as this podcast, which is also available as YouTube videos as of August in parallel with each new podcast episode. I've asked Martina to introduce herself to you and tell her and our story from her perspective with the next podcast episode. The YouTube video will show a few pictures of her. Just bear with us. We are not yet technically ready to do YouTube videos with moving pictures. Currently, Martina and I have too much on our plate to do these episodes, write and illustrate my stories in German and English, get them published, paint personal portals for those who resonate with me as leaders of the new earth, and guide those to the right spot in a quiet moment in Aachen Cathedral to receive their personal messages and guidance from master teachers. If you have questions for Martina, please be so kind as to submit them by Monday, the 26th of August 2022, via the contact button of my website, thesanatkumara.com, which is forwarded to her homepage for the time being. She will answer your questions in the 16th episode of my teachings on the 2nd of September. I will expand my reach across all cultures and nations on this planet every day until everyone, especially the leaders, know who I am, how things stand, and what we are supposed to achieve together with planet Earth, for the sake of everyone, for the sake of Earth, for the sake of our solar system, in our galaxy and beyond. Wisdom, you see, is like consciousness. It is ever evolving and expanding. Each of you comes with a personal cultural frame of reference, habits, convictions, knowledge accumulated, talents, a skill set, own ambitions, experiences in this lifetime, in former lifetimes, and some even from a former universe. These filters form a challenge for all master teachers in higher dimensions to bring their up-to-date messages through as pure and as often as they wish. What I, as well as other master teachers, need are incarnate human beings who bring the dedication, reliability, and trustworthiness with them for a long journey together. We get in touch with many of you, give you a nudge, call on you. Some feel at least a shiver. Others an urge to search the internet and bookstores for us. Others even step out of their comfort zone and change their lifestyle. Get rid of the materialistic clutter, become vegan, quit smoking and drinking. Yet so far, too few have become reliable long-term partners for the master teachers and myself. I count on you to make a move into my direction and that of the master teachers now. For you to grow together with the master teachers or me, to receive direct messages for you personally, to work as a channel to pass messages to a wider audience, or to even get selected as a walk-in, you need to surrender to becoming a messenger. Our will must become yours. You need to let go of any idea that you know better about your purpose in this life and higher realms, also called the inner planes, as we do. You need to develop habits to become an as pure as possible transmitter for us. Martina is working with us master teachers for years now, has been trained by others incarnated we trust before she could communicate with us directly. She totally surrendered to my needs and my guidance by becoming my walk-in. I'm her now, walking amongst you. At a certain point, I have called on her, reminded her of our pre-incarnation agreement, and she complied, having to let go of everything and everybody not in line with that task. Other master teachers have chosen walk-ins as well recently. Yet this is not public so far. In doing so, we are expanding our reach and precision of providing up-to-date messages to the people of Earth. You can look forward to unfiltered communication and information about who I am and how you can communicate with me across all cultures and locations around the world in decades to come. I've told you already that I'm an advanced Deva being. First of all, that means that I have a Deva soul and I'm part of the Deva kingdom in this universe. Devas create reality, manifest in all 24 dimensions of this universe. On Earth, it is the Devas who do the manifesting of thoughts, words and feelings before you can see it with your own eyes. Devas prepare, design, build, dismantle and clean up. I am a preparer. My task is to prepare for the planned evolution of planet Earth. I did that on other planets before Zonkreed offered this assignment to me. What am I preparing? I prepare for Earth to come back on track of its intended evolution, which has been seriously disrupted and misdirected. Earth is meant to be a university planet for spiritual exchange and growth of humans and many other beings from the whole galaxy and beyond. In order to fulfill this task within our far-reaching neighborhood, Earth has to become a peaceful, harmonious, inviting and pleasant place to be. So we have to get a few things done, right? And in order to get it done, I need you. Earth is a female planet. It is meant to receive, and also those who are incarnate on Earth are meant to receive, find common harmonious ground and unite. These are divine feminine qualities, and they have been pushed aside and suppressed. These divine feminine qualities are present in every human being. Females usually show more of them. We need to let them blossom again. I receive the Creator's regularly updated plans for Earth. Distribute them amongst the representative all kingdoms, and together we form them into actionable sub-plans. The universe is evolving and expanding, and with it our beloved Earth. It is moving from the third through the fifth dimension, and that brings many changes, new knowledge, updated knowledge with it. If you look at all what is going on in the world around you, you see a pattern. The old, out of balance, male energy seeking glory for oneself are fighting to remain dominant and in charge. The new energies flowing in disrupt that, creating spaces for what is to come, for balance, for unity, for harmony, for many to receive guidance from us directly, all to create the new earth together. Imagine you light a single candle and you put it in a large dark room. It makes visible what was invisible before. That is what you experience currently all around you. Ugly, nasty, hidden things are all of a sudden in the spotlight. And the more you switch on your inner light and work with us master teachers, the more candles will light up the darkness. Every single light in a dark room is a good sign. It shows that the light brings into the open what needs to be acknowledged, cleared, dissolved, done away with first. That is how the light takes over bit by bit. Stay calm, focused, and don't judge what you see and hear. We are on the right track. We need to accelerate the light that shines on what needs to be transformed, cleared and forgiven. Those of you who have a pre-birth agreement to join my efforts will know that intuitively. Don't grandiose about it. It is a service and you will need to surrender. Those with the highest capabilities serve the lowest. What that agreement entails exactly may differ greatly. You could be someone who is in touch with me telepathically to build a community locally. You could be a channel for specific messages to specific groups. You could be another walk-in, serving a different purpose than Martina. Or you could be someone who supports Martina to get things done around the world. The Master Teachers and I are waiting for you to get involved, seriously, committed, and long-term. Become conscious of the fact that you are part of the whole, and that a part must be the same in kind and quality as the whole. The only difference there can possibly be is in the degree of which you express your wholeness. Let us get this done together. You are capable of it. Thank you. I love you all and I bless you all. This is the SANAT Kumara.